Hey everyone, we are Bean and Bagel. We are a married couple from the Midwest in the US. I'm from Michigan, she's from Minnesota. Together we normally talk about food on our channel and we post videos 1 to 2 times a week in case you're interested in following our channel. But today we're talking about the Us Journal. We're continuing our series on page 18, I believe. I have it marked in here somewhere. Let me try to find it. Yeah, page 18. And this begins a new section of the book called The Tangibles. And we're going to start with, it says, I'd rather, and the first option is, be with the wrong person than be alone. Or the second option is, be alone than with the wrong person.
I think I'd rather be alone than with the wrong person. I feel like if you're with the wrong person, that could screw up a lot of different things in your life. And so, as hard as it would be to be alone, some of the time, I think that it's a lot better than being with the wrong person. Because if you're with the wrong person, you just have a lot more chaos and just stuff in your life that's not going to be good for you.
On the surface, I kind of think that being with the wrong person could be a lot of fun and adventurous, but I also think it could be a disaster. So I'm going to pick I'd rather be alone than with the wrong person. The second one that we're going to do, it says, it's okay to have sex before marriage. True or false?
So I would say false. And for me, I just think that sex is best in the context of marriage because, there's potential for children and things like that are just probably better if you're in a stable, committed relationship.
I think this is a tough one, but not super tough for me. Because on the surface, I kind of think it's okay to do whatever you want. I mean, whatever you believe and whatever you choose to do in your life is up to you. So it's your definition, basically. So, I mean, if I were to answer it, I would agree and say that it's not okay to have sex before marriage, just because I try to picture it as if I had kids. Like, what is the context that I would prefer them to have sex? And I would picture that as marriage, because that means they're fully in love, fully committed, and all that kind of stuff. And that's just what I picture sex to be the most beneficial. The third one is, so this one gives us 3 options. So it says, oh, and these are spicy. This says, sex is. First option is the most important thing, just important, or not important. So there's 3 options. Sex is the most important thing, important, or not important.
I mean, out of the 3 options, I'd probably go with sex is important. But if I could make my own answer, I'd probably say that there's a semi-important. Because it's important, but I think that there's a lot of other things that are important too. So I would probably put that just under important, where it's it's semi-important. But I can't say that it's the most important or not important at all. So I guess important is where I would land.
Yeah, I think it depends on how I look at it. So, if I was the type of a person that I absolutely wanted to have kids, and a bunch of them, then I could see that as that's the most important thing, because you aren't going to have kids unless you have sex or you adopt or whatever the other options are. But, that's not me. I don't envision having 25 kids and creating a whole community. So it's not the most important thing to me. And then on the flip side of that, I can't say it's not important, because it's fun, it's enjoyable, you kind of experience it in a loving relationship, and there's a vulnerability there that you kind of share with a person, and I think it's important to be vulnerable with people that you're married to, too. So I'm going to fall on important because, what I said.
The way you were saying, like, it's important to be vulnerable with people, and then you put that you're married to. It's like,
Okay, so the next question is, so this one has like 5 options to pick from. The question is, sex without love is, the first option is good, clean fun. The second option is naughty, dirty fun. The third one is wrong. Fourth one is a workout. And the fifth one is not as much fun as sex with love.
So it's a little bit tricky, but out of those ones, I'd have to go with sex without love is wrong, because I just think if there's not love, it's not really going to be what it should be or could be, I guess. But I guess, like, if you're married to someone, like, technically it's not, like, wrong, but it kind of is wrong, in my opinion, just more from, like, what I feel like it should represent. So that's why I picked wrong. But again, maybe it's a little bit subjective. But yeah, again, without love, I don't think it's gonna mean that much. So yeah.
I chose that it's not as much fun as sex with love, because there's a big difference. And I think there's kind of, again, that commitment you have, and there's that vulnerability and all the stuff I said before. But then on the other side, I could see how, because of, if you don't love someone, is it like going to the gym and jumping on a treadmill? Or are you just jumping on a person and like having a workout? Or like, I don't know. I don't like to treat people like that or think of people like that. But I understand the draw to it. You know what I mean? Like, I understand just wanting to have sex because we all have it in us to want to have it. But like, I don't know. I can't go as far as saying that it's sex without love is wrong, because I'm not the judge. But I think, again, I go back to these kind of things too. Like, if I had kids, how would I raise them? And I think that helps me. Like, I would probably tell my kid, I would prefer you to have sex with someone you love, But anyway, I told you these were spicy. They're kind of challenging.
Yeah.
So the last one is as well. So the last one is pornography is, and then we have a few options here. The first one is pornography is not something I can tolerate ever. Pornography is fine as long as you don't watch or look at it while I'm around. Pornography is fine as long as it's something we're enjoying together. Or really beginning to take up a lot of space in my hard drive.
My goodness. So, for me, I would say the first one, not something that I can tolerate ever. I mean, the ever part is like probably kind of extreme and kind of judgmental sounding, but it's like, for me, it's just like not something that I want as part of my relationship. So that's why I would land on that answer, because, like, somebody could have that as part of their past, or like they could make a mistake or whatever the situation is. But it's like, it wouldn't be something that you just like want to have in your relationship. So that's why I'd pick that first answer personally. But yeah.
Again, this is tough for me to answer, but I fell on not something I can tolerate, and I think I would just take out the word ever. I don't have that option because I'm forced to pick one of these, but I struggle with the whole tolerate part of it, because I feel like it's not there are certain things that I probably should not tolerate, and I would say maybe like unfaithfulness or certain things that are like core to a relationship. I guess you could. It depends on if you picture pornography as being unfaithful, but like the reason why I struggle with it is because it's kind of a natural drive that we all have. We all have a sexual drive or whatever, and what I mean is it would be unfair for me to tell my spouse, I will absolutely not tolerate you to be attracted to someone else. Like no one would want to be with me if I said that. And that I just don't think that's fair to use that verbiage, to say I'm not going to tolerate it. Plus, I think going back to our natural like human drive, I think there needs to be grace with that too, because like if I don't prefer my partner to do it, but they do it, it's like, well, are you being honest with me about it, or are you trying, like, what's your reasoning for doing it? Basically, let's talk about it. At the heart of who I am, I think I would just prefer it not be in the relationship, because it's too messy to wonder, why does someone want someone else more than me? Why did they marry me? So
Yeah.
that's where I land.
No, I agree. Good answer.
That's our video for today. Hope you enjoyed it. What's your opinion on these spicy topics? We're interested in hearing them in the comments section below, and we hope you have a good day. We'll see you later.